Got a bad hip, haven't I? That's going to go in the blooper reel.
Well, you're not as old as me, are you?
I'm getting there though. I'm not far behind.
Yeah, okay.
I got the grey in the beard.
Me?
No, I do.
I do.
You're a bit both. Yeah, I was looking at potentially getting an eyebrow pencil to colour mine in today.
Eyebrow penciled?
No, pencil, the brush thing. Yeah, because I couldn't be thought dyeing it. So
yeah. Knowing me, if I dyed it, it'd go completely the wrong colour.
I've done that actually. Well, anyway, welcome to the Fuck Me podcast. Today I actually have a good friend of mine on for the first episode, Alex Whiteman. Say hello, Alex. Introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Alex Whiteman.
Tell them what you do, Alex.
I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer for 15 years. Yeah. Coming up to 15 years.
15? Because you're old now. That's why you had 15 years experience.
Well, yeah,
we're both old, as we were saying.
Yeah. I was 24 when I went self-employed.
But fair play.
So I'm 38 now. So what's
way
the math?
Past gay dead. Now you're like... Yeah.
Yeah. Gay dead.
No, so Alex was one of the photographers on the first official Fuck Me photo shoot. That was awesome, wasn't it? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was this year, wasn't it?
That was this year, yeah.
I do second time.
I think it was March. Yeah. And even you said, like, it's very rare to go on a photo shoot that big. And this was a brand that was brand new. But as Alex knows me, I don't like to do things by halves, do I?
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a guy that's like half full, not half empty.
Yeah. Well, so tell them about the photo shoot, kind of how it was ran on that day.
It was good. The mansion, was it Antwerp mansion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a big derelict mansion, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I like derelict buildings. Actually, derelict buildings were the first thing that I ever got into when I was photographing.
Okay, with people or just buildings?
No, people.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you're known for like these half-naked or fully naked men in front of the camera.
Yeah, when I first got into the industry, there was a kind of a gap in shooting location type stuff. So yeah, I was doing a lot of urbexing, it's called. It's where you take it's where you actively look out for abandoned buildings.
Okay.
When you urbex. So an urbexer usually just goes along to these buildings and photographs the buildings, but I was traipsing along naked men.
I was going to say, because you're like, oh, that building's really good for a naked man.
Yeah, let's throw a naked man in there. Yeah, so...
That'll up its value, that derelict building.
I've got some scary stories about those kind of buildings. But yeah, the Antwerp mansion was, along that kind of vibe, which I liked.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of you.
Yeah,
and it's always harder.
We had 15 models, 3 photographers.
Yeah, it's harder when you've got that many people because you want to give each person a good amount of time. And usually if people haven't modelled before, you need a bit of time with them to warm up.
So with that photo shoot, there was a lot of guys who'd never modelled, wasn't there? There was some who had, some who'd dabbled, done a little bit. And I picked everyone based on personality, really. I was very diverse. And obviously some of them, because they've never had that opportunity, I was like, no, you're funny and I want that fun. And you were really good at bringing that out. Because some of the guys, they've actually said you just made them feel super comfortable. And there were some guys who were fairly bigger, some guys who were not as in shape, and they were just they were really shy at first.
Yeah, I mean, I found even working in fitness that just because someone maybe looks a certain way doesn't mean they know how to model. For me, a model is someone who can get in front of the camera and know what they're doing. Yeah. Because models take all shapes and sizes. But I'm also very much aware that people do get in their own head and feel like they don't look good and all that kind of stuff. But I'm quite good at directing, so I try to make people feel as comfortable as possible. And also, when someone's just stood there and pants or hardly anything at all, it's actually quite a vulnerable position. So to be able to make them feel at ease is really important.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the pictures back, there's a segment where you had Stuart and Scritch, where he's got a dog collar on him and he's choking him with it, in the toilet stalls.
Yeah, I was choke him harder.
So yeah, I mean, it really played to their kinks because Scritch, for those who don't know, he's a pup.
Yeah. I mean, I learned about stuff a bit more during that time as well because I don't know much about pup stuff, but Scritch was like, do you want me as a human or as a puppy? And I was like, I've never actually been asked that question before. So he basically switched modes, and I could understand that because it is about being in a different mode. I know with my own kinks and stuff, because I like to dom, but when I dom, I have to be in that mode. How I am now isn't me in dom mode.
Well, let's segue over onto that then. So we're talking about kinks and stuff. You're a dom. Obviously, there's more to it than being dom and sub. What kinks do you have?
My biggest kink is objectifications and anything that comes around that. And I know objectification takes many forms.
Explain it first. Explain that.
So objectification, and I do have to explain it a lot to people because when I say it to people, they're like, what the fuck is that? So objectification in the simplest idea is that you're treating someone as an object. And you could literally just be all gimped out in a rubber outfit, face gone, like identity gone. That's the easiest way of explaining it. And that's not actually the level I like. I actually like being able to see everybody, see the person.
Okay.
But it's about making that person almost, you're taking away their identity and they're no longer seen as a person and they're just an object.
You are my plaything.
Yeah, but I also stress that it is only in that moment. Like, I don't want to treat you as that. Like, you are a person. I want to make that clear.
Yeah, so it's like you have this switch and like, you've come through the door. Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you. Would you like a cup of tea? Right, now, on your knees.
Yeah, I actually find it easier to go the other way around. So when I've done those sessions, I like to go straight into it. And I'm likely to ask how your day's going and the weather's nice afterwards.
Okay.
I can't be like that at the start.
Well, it's aftercare, isn't it?
Yeah, I like a hug afterwards.
Yeah, it's like, I've just objectified you for a while.
Yeah, please cuddle me.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't want them to feel super vulnerable now. They've done that. They've let go. And you're like, yeah. So, what's the wildest thing, or some of the wildest things, funniest things you've done while objectifying someone?
Funniest things? Actually, I can pick up an example. I went around this guy's house and like literally he gave up all control, like, and I left him pretty much like just bound because he wanted to be like left there, like just to be found.
Just who was going to find him?
I think this is a long time ago, but I think he was like, oh yeah, no, like
my flatmate's
yeah. But I remember leaving and his cat was in the hallway and
oh, no one's going to feed the cat.
I looked at the cat and I was like, I'm so sorry that I've done to your owner, and I had to leave.
No, but this cat's just like, I need food.
I felt judged by that cat.
The cats are very judgy. I mean, the cats are knobheads.
Yeah.
Don't know if you're a cat lover. I mean, I don't care.
But we are talking like 15 years ago. But the fact that stays in my mind.
There?
No, I did.
Skeleton.
No, I did text. I did text him afterwards to make sure he was okay.
So it'd have been a flatmate, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So, I do know that you. I mean, I don't know if you do it in your personal time, but with your photography, I know you've kind of had this like video thing where you do like this Bernard's watch. And and you control people.
Bonus points for knowing what that is.
Yeah. If you don't know what Bernard's watch is, for those, actually, you explain.
Bernard's watch was a program where like this kid had a watch, but he could freeze time with it, and he wasn't using. He used it to like help old ladies cross the street. If I had that watch. I mean, I'd be a villain.
You gotta be. I'd be an anti-hero. Okay, like if I walk past a burning building, like I go freeze time or freeze everyone else, I'd like go in, save them.
Yeah, I would be.
But then I'd go rob a bank after.
Yeah. No, I would.
But you did this sexually as well.
I mean, it feeds into the objectifying stuff.
Yeah.
So, like with platforms like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
When I first had it, it was more like just pictures and stuff of all range of guys, and I found it really hard to get the subs in because it's like going to a candy store and you've got like all different like sweets and tastes. So people would like join, but because there was like different levels of taste, they'd like not stay for long.
Yeah.
And then I basically changed my content to be more about the themes than the person.
Yeah.
And obviously there's certain people that do better for me than others, but
so your kink translates to this, and
so I mean. Like, I don't make that content for my own pleasure. It's different for me. But, like, I could inject into it the sort of things I like.
So this Bernard's watch thing, you'd be like, it looked quite...
I mean, I've done stuff like that sexually for fun, but, like...
So you tried it off camera first, where you're like, freeze, you're now my plaything, and they had to pretend to be frozen.
I've done stuff like that.
Yeah?
I love role plays. I'm really good at role playing.
Okay.
I'm actually more confident when I'm not me. So when I'm like dressed up as like, Spider-Man or something like that, like it's an alter ego.
Yeah.
And like because as just as me, I'm more, I guess, insecure about things. But when I'm dressed up as a character, it's more like be more confident.
That's the whole escapism, is putting on a persona, and it's like it's Dutch courage in a role, isn't it?
Which is why, like, if someone turns up for like in a session I've done, I prefer to go straight into it because I'm already psyched myself up into that mode, and then I can just switch back to being me afterwards.
Any other wild ones before we go on to other conversations?
Yes, I mean, I've done a lot of like location stuff as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and the funniest was I knew a truck driver, and like he told me basically what petrol station he was at, and I basically went in and fucked him in his little cabin bit.
So. Yeah, so there's none of that objectification there, but you're just on about it was just...
No, it was... I mean, that's like the simplest form of it.
Yeah.
I think everybody's into it a little bit without realising.
Okay.
Because you are, I guess, treating someone like a fuck toy.
So they're just a walking fleshlight.
Yeah, and that is objectification.
Yeah, okay. So that's an interesting kink. Got any others?
So, I mean, I love role-playing. I love clothing. I think that kind of... It all feeds into the same thing, to be honest. I've explored a bit of bondage, but it's not my, like, biggest thing.
Yeah. Speaking of clothing, have you tried the Fuck Me knee pads yet? Have you had any of the subs to put them on?
I actually haven't. No.
What the fuck?
But they are very comfortable.
That's what they're
and I recommend.
Yeah, so you've had them on yourself?
I might have, like, tried one.
Okay. To be fair, as soon as I put them on, like, bear in mind verse top, as soon as I put them on for the first time, I literally jumped on the floor and I was like, "Bomb me!" And yeah, to be fair, they
wow, that's magic.
Yeah, so be like that, just put in that mode.
Yeah, because you don't normally.
No, exactly. Yeah. So I had to give them. You got to test them. You got to test the goods.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people have said actually, but yeah, you need to get your subs in them more because. Yeah, being dominant doesn't mean you're going to cause them knee pain.
No, true. I actually prefer like generic clothing usually because I mean I love leather and stuff like that, but I actually prefer generic clothing. Like I often have people more dressed like in gym kit, for example, or whatever. I like that kind of casual side of it.
Do you know what? We're going to segue there. So earlier I was talking about being old, us two with our grey beards. Yeah. You mentioned about the gym.
Yeah.
You recently have like refound fitness.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been taking photos of like these extremely physically well-built, ripped men, and you weren't really bothered about the gym, were you?
No, I've also been one of the people that like I tend to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. So in my world, that's like the average, and I see it every day.
Okay. So you just like I can't be fucked with that.
Maybe, but in my 20s, I was quite motivated, but I was doing it all wrong. I think the knowledge now, because the industry like blew up, and then like there's so much more knowledge with everything now.
The fitness side, you mean?
Yeah. So I kind of like joined my own like fitness at the wrong time, really. Because if I knew what I know now, like when I started, then I'd would have made loads more progress.
So obviously you've started now. What age? How long have you been doing the gym again now?
Well, I started the gym when I was like 18.
Yeah.
But on and off.
Yeah, on and off.
And then when I moved to the Midlands when I was 30, I pretty much stopped the gym completely.
Yeah.
I pretty much went like 2 months a year, like spread out.
So you'd have like a little dabble and then...
Yeah, like I couldn't get past like the 2-week period and I just quit.
Okay, so do you think like, because I've seen myself, like I've watched you over the past, what would you say, year and a half you've been really going at it?
Yeah, because I hired a coach last year, so since August.
Yeah, so I've watched that period of time and your physique just massively changed.
Well, I lost 12 kilograms and then put 12 kilograms back on, but like the other way around. Yeah. Yeah,
but like, do you think, because some people say, I'm getting near my 40s now, do you think that is too late to make a difference? 'Cause I've seen you've made a difference, but you've just said you did have prior experience, but you said you were doing it not knowing what you're doing.
I actually think like I've seen a lot of amazing physiques of guys in their 40s, like because I photograph like fitness shows as well.
Yeah, but they've been doing it all their life. But what if there's
someone who's just going to that time?
That's what I'm saying. If someone's just captain average, do you think it's like you can make a big difference? Or do you
I think so.
Yeah.
It's all like mindset and motivation, though, isn't it? I mean, I know for me it was the accountability.
Yeah.
So once I knew I broke past that routine, I basically had a health scare last year.
Oh, okay.
And that was like a motivation for me to be like, I'm only getting older, so I'd rather like be as healthy as possible.
Okay, so it's a massive health thing as well, not just the look.
Yeah. No, it's for. It wasn't for anything aesthetically. It was more like mindset.
That's good.
Mental health.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. I'm going more relaxed now. Like I've always been like, I need to like stay within a certain body fat range, this, that, and the other, because mental pressure of just society. Yeah. And then now I'm like getting a bit older. I'm like, I still train, but I'm like, I don't care if I get a little bit fatter, because I'm just gonna be like, I'm just more relaxed and more confident in myself. And I think that comes with age as well.
Yeah, I mean, all of it is down to like how you feel about yourself. Like you don't do it for anyone else. So, but I get the whole pressure thing because I mean, obviously, I've worked in the industry, and you also. So it's like, yeah, I get the pressure, especially with social media.
I was going to say, but not just the industry, but society, the world, and obviously being a gay man. Do you think there's that stigma there and that you know what I mean, that pressure from there? Yeah,
I mean, I also know like with a lot of straight guys as well. Like men are just as bad as, I say, women at like looking at ourselves and being like, oh, we don't look as like that, or. Yeah. But I think the difference mostly with men is that they don't tend to talk about their feelings.
Personally, because the reason I asked it is I think a lot of people feel the pressure, saying more so from like, if in the gay community. I agree with you. I think it's everywhere, but I find the gay community a lot more. That people go, so you have to look a certain way and you have to be muscly and six-packy, but in the gay community, I see people going, embrace like bears, and I think they're a bit more like. People are open-minded to be like, I like this type, and it's not always.
Yeah, we're pretty bad at putting ourselves in boxes.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You've actually had a few good conversations about that.
Well, I don't really like the whole system of boxes. I mean, I don't even know what I'd put myself in. I don't really want to.
What box do you fit in now?
I don't want to be in a box.
I can't even look at it and go, you fit. I can't even think of what you fit, like in the box.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Or like.
I'm a nerd, so if there's a nerd box, I'll be in that.
Yeah. Let's make one.
Just dive straight in there.
Is there a nerd box? We have someone in the audience, by the way.
I'm pretty sure there is a nerd box.
Yeah. I won't put him in a nerd box. No. He is a nerd. He's a massive.
But what I feel like dressed as like Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah. If you. Yeah.
Then that's nerdy, isn't it?
I mean, everyone's a nerd now.
But then that is like. Yeah, it is.
And you do. You said
D&D.
Oh yeah, that's more in now. Loads of people doing D&D thing. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But I won't put him in. I like twonk.
Twonk.
Yeah. You know what a twonk.
I think it's the first time. Yeah, I think that's the first time anyone's ever said that.
Yeah.
I do get daddy on Grindr and stuff. Yeah. Now, and I'm like,
to be fair, I think everyone just throws daddy at everyone now.
Please no. Yeah.
Like in the most out of context way.
And I learned what zaddy means recently as well.
What's
yeah,
zaddy?
It's like a sophisticated daddy.
But you're not sophisticated.
No.
You are a little bit, you are.
Okay.
You big nerd daddy. That's a zaddy. Yeah, no, it's nerdy and sophisticated.
It sounds like we're coming up with a box, but...
Yeah, you don't like boxes, but we're making them.
Yeah. But there is a lot of inclusivity... I can't even say that word. Inclusivity.
Yeah.
In like... people have the things they're attracted to and stuff, but I mean, even doing stuff for FKME, and there's all range of different guys, but and even on like the group chats and things, like everyone's very like inclusive of each other.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I have seen bits of like toxicity and negativity. I've heard stories, but I think as a whole, I think most people now are quite chilled, quite relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had the like mindset that like if anyone had an issue of anything, it's usually their own problem. Yeah. People like to project their issues. So I'm quite good at like actually helping people work out where
to be fair, I have had this conversation about you that you're very good at seeing both sides of a story.
I mean, that's the Libran in me, yeah. I'm very hard to argue with because I don't even argue from my point of view.
Oh, but it comes in really useful. Like when people are like really pissed off, like that person's a cunt, blah, blah, and you're just like, whoa, you don't know what's going on in their life.
No,
that could be because of, and it's like, damn you, Alex, you're right.
Yeah, I'm actually quite good at separating myself from an argument in a way.
It's annoying, but it's helpful. Like it annoys you at the time, and you're just like, but I know he's going to be right, so I take it in because I learned very quickly that there's a point behind this.
Yeah, I'm also the sort of person, if there's a group of people chatting and they're talking about the sky being blue, I'll walk in and be like, it's green, and then walk off. I like to cause a bit of a debate.
Yeah, you do, the devil's advocate thing that I was talking about.
Yeah, and not even if I believe what I just said, but I like just to kind of like throw it in there.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like it's
chaos.
But you don't try to cause a bad argument where people are angry for valid reasons. You're like, I just want to cause a weird little debate about something that's irrelevant. And
that's my that's my
your
art degree coming in.
Yeah,
we used to like just criticize. Well, learn to pick things apart, basically.
Yeah, but when I've seen you do it, you do it in a useful way, where you're trying to.
I try to.
When you use it, is you actually try to diffuse an argument, is what I've seen.
Yeah.
Where you've gone like you're all angry, but I'm gonna argue with you now. So you argue amongst yourselves to diffuse it, so that person's not a victim of, even if they're the person in the wrong. You just calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And look at it from two sides.
Yeah.
You have done it a few times.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. But anyway, we talked about your age before. Yeah, you were recently how old?
38.
And I've been to a comedy show with you before, and even the comedian was like, eyeing you up and down, like, fuck off.
No, I remember like us three sat there, and he was like, "Oh, it looks like Love Island, but 40 years later." That was funny.
Fair enough. But I remember the compliments. I mean, so have you got like this routine for that? You've recently Benjamin Buttoned.
I will not go quietly into the night. I will not. Yeah, I just have a very stress-free life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have kids. I don't have a partner.
Okay.
And I like doing the things I like doing, and yeah, I just feel like I just avoid stress.
Okay, so you think stress is the main thing?
Yeah, I think stress ages people.
Yeah.
I think someone actually told me there was some scientific research on that.
Okay.
Stress can age you.
So obviously you just said there, like, stress-free life, no kids, single.
Yeah.
Are you dating?
No.
No.
I mean, I have gone on dates. Like,
Yeah, so that's dating. I was gonna say I know you're dating.
if I'm not like dating,
You're
like,
serial dating.
I'm not like in a serious dating situation.
Serial datist.
Yeah, but you have to be. You have to like, I don't know.
So you're saying you're not, but then you're saying you have to be. I know you date.
I date, but
Yeah.
I thought you mean like as if I'm dating one person.
No. Are you going out on dates?
I am trying to.
Okay, so if someone wanted to woo Alex Whiteman,
Yeah.
like, and it was their choice, like they had to surprise you with this date, you have no say in it. Like, what's the best one? What's the best way to approach you on a date?
You mean like if they surprise me with something?
Yeah, if you say we're going on a date,
Yeah.
like they'll tell you the day of or the day before what's happening. But what's the best date?
If someone can make me laugh, I find that really attractive. So I like comedy.
Yeah.
So if someone took me to like a stand-up comedy gig.
By the way, when we went to the comedy gig, it was not a date.
No.
That was mates. But yeah, so stand up.
Yeah.
Drinks or no drinks?
Yeah, I mean, when I normally try to arrange a date, I normally like just going for a walk and a chat.
Okay.
And sometimes, yeah, maybe in a pub just to have a drink. Because I like that kind of more stripped back, casual approach. Because I think if you put too much pressure on it, like if you get dressed up and go for a meal and stuff like that, you're almost not being yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd rather people dress how they want to dress normally. I want to see them for who they are.
Yeah, so relaxed, like stroll, pub.
And also, you don't, you only want like an hour or 2 hours. And I normally try to like put that timestamp on stuff at the beginning, because then it's not awkward like, oh, I'm going to leave now. So like if you discuss a time frame beforehand.
I was going to say, but that's more awkward if you do have a timestamp. It's like, 7 p.m, bye.
Oh no, I'm going to turn back into a pumpkin.
Yeah, that's more...
No, I get that, but like I still feel, of course, obviously you can go over that if you're having a great time, but I feel like if you do want to leave, you've got that as a backup.
Yeah.
But I think when you first meet someone, you've got like rose tinted glasses and you're like, oh yeah, I really love that person. And then the second time you meet them, you actually realise that maybe you don't gel.
Okay. What's your thing with sex on a first date?
Like, I mean, I used to be, I won't do that.
Okay.
But now, like, I would if it felt right.
Yeah.
But I've also dated people that I have met up as a hookup.
Okay.
And like gone about it that way.
Okay.
Because we, got on. I've become more looser with how I approach it. But
yeah,
as long as both people are consenting and having a good time, then
I have a question. So, like, I've never been a dater, to be honest. I've kind of always moved from relationship to relationship to relationship. And if I've not been in a relationship, I've just been a bit frisky, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So when there's a date, like, top or bottom first? That's the question.
Well, I would say I'm versed, but I prefer top in.
Okay, so you can answer it from both sides.
Yeah.
So if you go on a date, and like obviously it leads on to sex, is this a lot of people will like prep for their bottoming before they.
Yeah.
But do they like walk? Because obviously not everyone walks around with like a big jacket. And what if it's the middle of summer? You know, you got no pockets and like where. Will they take a douche with them and just hide this bulbous thing?
Which is why I feel like if you are planning to have sex, it's usually spoke about, and then because you need to prepare.
But speaking about before, and I'm just going to assume like Sam, we're going to fuck then.
But also, you don't have to go all the way, do you? You can do other things.
Yeah, true. But yeah.
But
could you imagine? Like, oh, sorry, I got this big massive douche in my pocket.
Instead of douche in your pocket, you're happy to see me. but no, I feel like like you need to have time.
Yeah, because I think that would massively hinder the date scenario for some people. It's like, oh, we're going for food, and obviously some bottoms like I don't eat till the deed is done.
Yeah, but I actually found that if I'm talking to someone and they're interested in dating, I find actually that I am a bit more reserved, so I won't like put out until like.
You got to work for that.
Yeah, but if I'm talking to someone and they just want to have sex, then sure.
Okay.
And if anything comes after that, then fine. But like, I feel like I do actually draw it out.
But dating and douching is just a bit like, get back to the place, like, give me 20 minutes. And we all know it in
that's fine.
We all know like people do it, but you're like, wow, you came prepared. You knew where this was going, but I'd rather than be.
Yeah, I mean, I know friends that like they're so paranoid about being clean ready all the time, and actually like it can be medically an issue.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I would only bottom if I was in a relationship. I'd only bottom for you on your birthday, Christmas, Easter, bar mitzvah, Hanukkah.
That's very first top then. Yeah. All right then. Any disaster date stories?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
What's the worst date anyone's ever took you on?
Oh my god, I went on a date with. I'm not going to see this. I went on a date with one guy, and like we drove like an hour and a half to meet up. Yeah. And we just did what I suggested, which was just go for a walk.
Okay.
But like I never get this, but like within like the first 10 seconds of like seeing them, I just got this vibe where it was just like we wasted our time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it was. It was mutual. But like, I just found him really hard to talk to, and I'm really easy to talk to.
Yeah.
There was like John Williams, orchestral music playing in the background as well, and it was
Where
like.
were you walking?
It was a park in.
And there was an orchestra
like near Windsor. No, it was like there was like a event going on, and I wish I'd gone to that instead. Yeah. But like they were playing like film music, which I love. And
should have just gone.
And yeah, they were playing like Star Wars, and I was like, "Oh, do you recognise this?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, you're not the one." But yeah, it was nothing like bad that he did, but like it was just
there's no vibe
within.
So it wasn't the actual date; it was just the vibe was just not.
Yeah, I've never had that, but like within like.
Have you ever had one where it's actually the date though?
Like really bad.
Yeah, like everything's gone wrong, or like horrendous waiter, or they were a dick to the waiter or waitress, or if someone fell and broke an ankle. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I've
probably I don't know. I can't pinpoint, but there probably has been.
I wish I had bad dating.
No, there was one time. Again, it was just nothing they did. It was just like just didn't get on. But I remember like texting. I think my mum actually saying like, "Oh, can you call me and pretend like it was an emergency so I can get out of this?"
Yeah. That bad. And did your mum do it?
Yeah.
What did she say?
She was basically saying it was like a family emergency or something like that. Yeah. I was like, I'm really sorry, I've got to go.
Mum to the rescue.
Yeah.
Did she ask you about it after? Your mum like, so how was it? Who was he?
No. They don't really ask me about stuff like that. But they know what I've done. Like I remember when I used to have like a studio room at home, and I actually did a shoot for a rubber company, and they sent me loads of rubber stuff, and you have to like use lube on rubber to like make it all shiny. And I remember like using their bathroom to like dress the guys in it and like lube them up. And then at some point in the week, my mum was like, she walked in then, she slipped over, and she was like, "Alex, why is the bathroom so slippery?" And I was like, "That's all the lube. Don't worry about it." So yeah, they're kind of used to me, I guess. I had a mannequin I had at uni as well, like a full grown mannequin that I brought home. My mum walked into my room and like she jumped, and she was like, "Oh my god, Alex, I thought there was a tall naked man in your room." And I was like, should be used to that by now.
He might be not alive, but I use him well. I bet that thought ran through her mind. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah. So they're kind of glad I'm not there anymore.
So, all right, so we're talking about crazy dates. Obviously,
Yeah.
talk about good dates, bad dates, photo shoots. Let's merge those topics. Have you had any bad photo shoots where it's gone really weird?
Yeah. I've had like, because well, I can also imagine how it is from the model's point of view as well, because usually the people like that's coming to shoot with me, maybe they've not met me before and vice versa, and like turning up at someone's like house or location. So I always like tell models to make sure you let someone know where you're going, like from their point of view.
Okay.
But like even with me as well, like I did a shoot with a guy in London. It was in a hotel room, and the whole time I was shooting, it was really weird. And then like towards the end, we did some stuff where I was in the shower, and then like I don't know, the vibe just changed. Like it was. I
felt unsafe.
Yeah, I felt unsafe, and it was almost like he was wanting something to happen. And then I basically kind of wrapped up the shoot at that point because I was feeling.
I'm done. Got all the photos.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's all done.
No, you haven't. I'm still going.
Yeah, that's a wrap. And I started like packing it all away and stuff, but it was just kind of lingering around, and almost like in my exit route as well.
Oh, okay.
So like I just felt like off.
Yeah.
But I told someone where I was before I went.
I wouldn't say that's a funny. I'd say that's a scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a different answer, but yeah. I know. Fair enough. It's a story.
Yeah.
But any
scary,
funnies? Anything? To be fair, I've seen your shoots. They are quite fun anyway. So I think you just probably think it's all blended into one.
Yeah.
So I think when we were on the FKME shoot, like, do you remember when Aled was in that big metal cage? Or he was holding on to it, and he was getting spun round. Were you there at that time? That was your photo shoot.
Was it?
Yeah, you weren't taking the photos, no one was, but you were about at that time. And Adam was just spinning this cage round. And it's an aerial cage. And I was just holding onto the bars, and his legs are like fully out. They're both big blokes.
I can't remember this.
Oh yeah, maybe you like went for a wee or something.
Or I mean, I might have been photographing somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure I remembered that.
Well, that's the type of thing that was happening in the shoot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, crazy stuff happens all the time.
When the teachers left, the kids come out to play.
I mean, if you're going to have like a load of naked guys.
Oh, they weren't naked on that one. That was all clothing.
Well, jocks and stuff. If you're going to have like loads of like horny sex workers.
Yeah. No, they weren't all sex workers. Hardly any of them were. They're just horny people. Yeah, just grabbing horny people off the street and go come model for me.
Yeah, well, if you've got to have a load of horny people in one spot, stuff's going to happen.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't aiming for just horny people. It was a sex positive brand, and I put the ad out there. And I was like, I want a model for you. Fuck me, it's amazing. And I was, well, actually, to be fair, I didn't even say it was called Fuck Me. No one knew. I was just like, there's going to be a brand. And then when people kind of seen it, like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I think the vibe was there because the name is Fuck Me. I think they might have got into that mentality of, I don't know. I can't even think of what to do there. But you know what I mean? They must have had that promiscuous vibe. Yeah. Like some of them are just fucking about.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 15 on.
Like, remember on the photo shoot, you were there when Tom did the spicy challenge, didn't you?
No.
So yeah.
Where was I?
Yeah. So
what was I doing?
Shit was happening. Like we had I brought this tequila, and it was the world's hottest tequila.
The tequila's awful.
No, but this is insane.
I cry on tequila.
Oh no, this is insane. This like normal tequila's bad, like you're saying, but this is like I've done spicy challenges. Like I've done like that one chip challenge, the bomb that they do on hot ones. But this tequila destroys them all. Yeah. So when I did it, it was literally a face under a tap for 10 minutes. And there's Adam, who was at the shoot. He's like, I'll do it with you, bro. And I'm going, don't do it. There's water pouring down my face.
Yeah, he's a bad influence.
Yeah. No, I'm the one who did it first. And he's just trying to like make me feel supported.
Right.
And then I'll hear about a couple minutes later, it's just banging all around the kitchen, pots and pans, him screaming, like a big loud bang. I walk out the toilet and then his clothes are all over the floor. He's stripped naked and he's gone up to the shower, turned it on like freezing cold. He's rocking back and forth.
I don't even remember there being showers there.
No, but this was just me and Adam at his.
Oh.
So I brought this stuff
Yeah.
for Tom to do at the shoot where there's no sinks. And Tom was just like you could see like tears in his eyes. But he was like, yeah, that's fine. It's good that. I don't know how he did it. Like, you just heard how bad that was. And yeah, so we thought, let's do this on a photo shoot with Tom.
Wow.
And then he fell asleep.
Well, yeah, tequila will do that.
It was just one, and he was like, done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like people, like to be fair, just off the Pringles, there was like these new variant spicy Pringles. There's people going, oh my God, that's well spicy. And then Tom's like, the world's hottest tequila, just like, yeah, that's nothing there.
No, I'm quite good with spice, but tequila just destroys me. So don't get me on that. Even on holiday, don't get me on that.
Well, no, to be fair, yeah, that's what we're going to do now. So we're going on holiday, aren't we? In December. So actually, this should be airing just before we go.
Okay.
Where are we going?
When?
Where?
Gran Canaria.
Yeah. So we're going to Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
So we're going to have like a proper GAY holiday. I've not done a proper like gay holiday.
Yeah, outside of Pride, but it should still be busy-ish.
Yeah, we're going to Jumbo.
Yeah. I'm going to educate you. You're going to see this place and you'll be like, this is gay Mecca.
Yeah, I mean, I've not done this type of holiday, so we're going to do an episode talking about what's to come. And I think I'll have you back after we've been, and we'll talk about the hollybobs. What
goes on in Gran Canaria stays in Gran Canaria.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm an open book, I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, we're going to talk about it. We'll go into it then, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So that was the Fuck Me podcast. This is Alex Whiteman. Make sure you tune into episode 2.